All right, well, working from home can be rewarding and challenging all at the same time, especially when it comes to building relationships, because let's face it, there's a lot more immediate distractions and obstacles compared to, say, the traditional office when you go in and you're just sitting right in front of your computer and you get the occasional email or conversation that comes by, but not the, you know, multitude of craziness. So Lainika Johnson Colbert from Phenomenal Women in Business is here to talk a little bit more about this topic. Good to see
Stephanie,
you.
it's so good to see you. I'm so excited that we're talking about this because one of the things that I find with home-based business owners is that when they're planning their business plan, they never say, okay, I'm going to do my competitive analysis and then I'm going to write how I'm going to deal with isolation, right?
But competitive analysis and dealing with isolation.
Oh. Those are the things, they don't really think about that. They just go into business and in 3 months they wake up and they go, you know what, I don't know anyone, I have no friends.
And I'm not making that much money.
And I'm not making that much money.
Right.
So, and I know from personal experience that you have to build relationships in order to build your client base, build your email list, to build your reputation in a community. So it's very, very important to do that.
So let's get through the tips and let's talk about first informing relationships.
Right.
So I'm seeing right there you're telling us get out of our home.
Get out.
And get out networking? Is that the assumption?
Get out networking. There's 3 parts. There's forming, there's building, and there's maintaining. You need to get out into the community, go to networking events, join a trade organization. I'm very, very active in an organization, a sales organization. And
what's the name of it?
It's called National Sales Network.
Okay.
And I'm able to sharpen my skills because there's training, and I'm also able to build relationships. And referrals come from that. You got to get out. You can't stay isolated in your home at your kitchen table or your little desk thinking that you're going to build your business that way. Okay,
so even though we do want to kind of get back home because we're doing the home-based business thing, it still requires of us time carved out to move out of the home and make those relationships.
When you're planning your to-do list for the week, go ahead and schedule that on your calendar.
Okay.
Just to go to at least one networking or trade association event a week.
Okay.
And that will help you, okay?
All right. So once we do that, we're out of the house.
Right, you're out of the house. Number 2, this is the building part. You ever been to a networking event and you're talking to someone, you think, I really want to get to know you, you guys exchange cards, and then you never hear from that person again?
Or you lose the card.
Or you lose the card.
I do that all the time.
This is how you fix that. When you're talking to someone, you're exchanging cards, you say, you know what, let's continue this conversation. Pull out your phones, schedule a meeting right then and there.
Right.
And just
You've
get
done
it
that
on the
with me
calendar.
before.
I have done that with you before. And what you do is you say, next Tuesday, is that good for you? Let's go get some coffee. Let's continue this conversation, and put their number in your phone. So there's no way that you can say you lost their number or they lost your number because it's in the phone. Whenever I do a keynote, I always tell people, go ahead and put my number in your phone right now. Now, you'll never say that you don't have my number if you need something.
Okay, so you really, I mean, the business card is going to become obsolete if you're really staying on top of your relationships.
Right,
your
because yes, and that's how you're building the relationship. You're going to the next level. We're going to sit across the table. I always tell people, I don't really know you unless we've broken bread together. So let's go out, let's have coffee, let's have a meal, and that's how you're building that relationship.
Okay.
All right? Number 3. This is my favorite part because there are so many people you've done those number 1 and number 2 with, and then it just kind of falls by the wayside. And then they call you a year later and they're like, hey, can you introduce me to Stephanie at Sonoran Living? And I'm like, no, I don't know you.
Right.
Like, why would I do that? But it's the maintaining part. That's very, very important. You need to make sure that even on your calendar, you have dates that you're going to follow up with people, just to say, hey, how are you? Don't call someone when you finally need them.
Okay.
Make sure that you're maintaining that relationship through the process.
Give me some examples, 3 quick examples of what we would do if we don't really need them, but but you're telling us to maintain the relationship.
Right.
So give me 3 examples of how we would reach out to them.
Just call them up and say, hey, this is Stephanie. I was just wondering how you're doing. How's your business going? Is there anything you need? Anything I can do for you? Hey, I'm having this event, or what do you have going on that I can support you in? There are so many ways that you can support and maintain a relationship. And this is one thing that I learned when I was dating, getting married, was that time breeds commitment. So when you spend the time,
you're investing in the commitment to that person and that relationship.
Right.
All right. You know what, I think these can definitely work for home-based businesses. Obviously, they work for out of the home.
Right.
And they work for just people in general.
People in general. It's relationship
building.
That's life.
I like it.
All right.
Well, you can connect with Lainika through her business. We're going to provide a link to her business on our webpage, and she's also going to be the keynote of a very important event that you're going to want to be part of at the Black Chamber of Commerce that is happening on June 17th. So go ahead and visit our webpage for information on that. Thanks.